All right. So, welcome to our team call. Like I said, I feel like I haven't seen you guys, and I apologize just for this month's kind of craziness. I feel like we've done pretty well for just it being the dead of summer, and just it's just how summers are. But we won't have a team call next week probably because of retreat falling like at the beginning of the week. So I had said I'll probably go live at the end of the week next week to kind of share like and recap all of the the details. Okay, so really quickly, hopefully you guys saw the video today that I did. I want to start doing, I don't know, I just had this idea the other day, like I should do like kind of like a live training in our team page and bring that to you guys. And I had like a couple ideas of stuff that I wanted to bring. And so maybe I'll start doing that like once a month. Just because I don't know. I hope that it's helpful for advocates, for you guys. I hope that it's helpful for your advocates that you're bringing in, because I sometimes feel as though it's hit or miss with. I love our uplines, they're incredible, but sometimes it's just hit or miss with trainings and things, and then stuff corporate does. It's just like so hard to do all the things. And I like to keep like, not that we want to work harder and try to recreate the wheel, because I never ever want to do that, honestly, because I've tried to do it before and it just is exhausting. And I don't want anyone to ever feel like that when you bring on women to this community and this team that you have to recreate the wheel. I don't ever want you to feel like that. But I want to create things for our team so that you guys have the tools and things that maybe will just help you to launch even more forward. So we'll maybe start doing some of that a little bit. And I would love to see you guys too. If you guys ever have an idea, or you ever have like an aha moment, or you ever like want to level up your leadership and you want to go live in our team page and share something, you do not need my permission to go live in there and spit fire and share stuff that you're doing that's working and celebrate and whatever it is that you want to do, because, or a struggle that you're having that you've overcome, whatever it is, because chances are like some advocates are feeling that way too. And I just think it's so cool to see you guys connect and to share and to just level up your leadership. So I would like to see more of that too, just because I think it's so much fun. So I have a few things I want to share, and then I want to really just open it up for you guys to like brainstorm, to share, to whatever, ask questions and just vent or whatever you might need to do. So I want to think about really quickly as we like have this call tonight, and we hopefully, you guys, some of you guys were able to watch the training from today, and you're kind of maybe brainstorming and thinking about your story and how you can leverage that and what that could look like for you and your future business. But I want to think about tonight, it's July 17th. I like to think about, sometimes I like to think that I'm going to reinvent my business. So let's think if we were to reinvent our business and ourselves and our team. Okay. Cause we're past like middle of the year, but we're only 3 months, you guys, 3.5 months until November. And we're going to talk more about that in a minute. But what if you were to just, I don't care if you've been in a month, 6 months, 2 years, you're going to continuously reinvent yourself. And when I say reinvent, I really just mean like reflect on what has been, right? And kind of think and strategize and brainstorm on what will be and what you're going to implement. So it's just like kind of reinventing your fire and your excitement, because your business is a reflection of your fire and excitement. 100%. And I think it's just fun to do that, because I can't even tell you how many times I've reinvented my business and myself and my brand and my social media and whatever, and put like a fun spin on it. Because like, let's be real, there's times where we're just like, man, I'm not, like right now, currently, I'm drowning in like summer break stuff. Like kids are home, we're running, we're doing the things. I have a business, but I'm like trying to keep my sanity, but trying to have fun with them, but trying to take care of my health because the last week wasn't so good, and just a bunch of things, right? We all have stuff. But personally, for me right now, what I'm trying to reinvent is like, okay, Tabitha, like we need to get a little bit more structured here. Like we need to create a little bit of a system so that when we wake up, we have some work that we're knocking out and we're doing. Okay. Cause I'm letting like some things just sort of fly by me, and it's just not my style. And so I have to reel it in. Okay. So think about just like reeling in your business, reinventing it, and what that could look like. And it's not ever to like be like, you need to do more and you need to do better and whatever. It's not to be like critiquing yourself all the time. Not that at all. Just more as thinking of like, just zoning, like honing in, like narrowing in on your business. So I want you guys to think about your plan and your vision for the end of the month. Okay. So we're just barely past the halfway mark. So there's so much more. Like there's tons of the month left, tons of it left to send samples, to have conversations, to do whatever it is that you want to do, that you're going to knock out tasks. And I don't like to use the word tasks because it sounds like mundane, like tasks, but like things for your business. Like Annie mentioned today, something that we did in my previous company, and I'm not going to implement this here, but I'm just giving an example, is like we had this like go for no challenge. Okay. And it was like 100 squares. And it was like, it might seem excessive, but you had 100 squares and you started at the beginning of the month and you went for the no. And the goal was to get no's, as many no's as you could, because some of those no's turn into yeses, right? How many no's do we have to get before we get a yes? I don't know. But the goal is to just keep inviting, keep sharing, right? So anyways, my point in saying that is, like, how are we going to reverse engineer if we know, like, okay, my goal this month is whatever, like I still want to get 500 or $1,000 more in PV. I want to sign one advocate and I want to get two more new customers. Okay, maybe that's your goal for the month. So doable, all of that. But how are we going to do it? Like, we need to break it down. So we need to create a daily strategy. So maybe your daily strategy is like, I'm going to post every day. Like, you're going to post a reel, you're going to post on your public page, you're going to share a piece of your story, because that's huge. Like, if you can do one thing for your business, okay, maybe two things would be to post and share something and have a conversation with someone, right? Okay, so you're going to post, and maybe you're also going to post in your community page, right? Just ideas. I'm just throwing this out there. This is be a simple daily strategy. Sharing stories would be number two. You're going to share in your story something about Crunchy, something. Like, if you can make a goal, I feel like a really tangible goal is to share 5 out of the 7 days in your stories about Crunchy. And I'm not talking stock photos. Like, I'm talking like, and that's fine if one day you want to do stock photos or whatever and throw something up. Or a lot of times I'll hold a product in my hand and take a picture of it and I'll give like a few nuggets about it, right? If I'm running short on time and I'm like, well, shit, I haven't shared about the charcoal bar. Like I did that last week, which I got nothing, just so you know. But it's fine, right? Because it's like, I don't know, you just never know. And sometimes what I've also noticed, I just thought of this, is when you put your link up, like, let's say you're talking about Clairlight or you're talking about, I don't know, I think it's cool to like hone in on a product because people get really overwhelmed, right? We know how people are. And so sometimes just spotlighting one product is really fun. Like sometimes I like to spotlight the concealer because I like the concealer a lot and I think it's fabulous. And I think people struggle with dark underneath their eyes. Okay, so if I'm gonna spotlight that, but let's say I put my link up there on my stories, but I have somebody watch my stories that already has Crunchy products and it triggers them and reminds them that they need eyeliner or they need mascara or they need whatever. Like today, I got an order, and it was yesterday, I guess. I got an order from a girl who hasn't ordered in a long time, and she ordered foundation and a Littles bar. And it was simply because I went live in my group yesterday. She didn't even order anything I even talked about, which is fine. I'm so grateful. But my point is that every time you show up and expose people, and the goal typically is usually to maybe gain some new attraction, right? You're not really, sometimes we forget about the people that are already watching us and that they might need more product, right? So just think about that, because it's almost like, I say this, but I've said this before, but it's just the idea that when you think about exposures, you think that you've shared it and you've shared it and you've shared it. But just that time today of you sharing it again could be the thing where it just like puts them over the edge and they order. And you guys know how that is because you've watched people and you've ordered stuff before and it's taken you a long time, right? And then you finally order because why? Because you finally are like, all right, I'm gonna get this because I've been wanting it for a really long time and I need it and whatever. Um, yes. So it's so important to serve those people that are already at your table. Because if you sit here, and we can talk about that actually because of November coming up. We'll talk about that here in a minute. So, okay. So those are some daily strategies. Okay. Posting, as simple as posting, sharing in stories, and having conversations. Those things are going to be the backbones of your daily to-dos, in my opinion, if I had to narrow it into down to three. Okay. Now, if we think about a weekly strategy could be samples one day of the week. Maybe you pick Tuesdays. Like a lot of people, if y'all are like really, I don't know, what's the word, organized, unlike myself, I'm not an organized creature. I'm not a creature that thrives on organization. Like I think maybe would, but I don't know how to get to that point. And so I don't do like Mondays I'm going to do this and on Tuesdays I'm going to do this because I don't like that structure. I like to just be like free and do whatever I want to do that day. But it would probably be a good idea if I maybe try to something different. So that's an idea. But my point is some people will do follow-ups on Tuesdays and they'll do samples on Wednesdays and they'll do on Thursdays they'll do new conversations. And if you need to break it down to do that, please do that. Set that up for yourself so that you can make sure to knock out those things because it's not like every day we need to do all these things for our business and make our businesses feel heavy and make it feel like it's hard and not like feasible. No, we want to like break it down, but get stuff done and be really intentional and see our progress, right? And see like the fruition of all of our hard work. So the weekly strategy would be maybe like samples one day a week. You're going to send out samples. You're going to start offering samples on such and such date, or you're just going to start reaching out to people. Or like I love Ashley's recommendation today from the live that I still haven't watched about doing the birthday samples. Like how nice is that, right? To gift someone a sample pack and just to try it. It might not, I don't know what the return will be, but we can find out. And it's a great thing to try to create deepen relationships, to create greater connections, and then just to like plant the seed. I really like it. So it's definitely something to try. And then you're maybe gonna plan your events. Like maybe this week, something to do this week is plan your events now for August. So like be thinking about August because like we want to get these events planned. And it's not that you need to do a bunch. It's not that you need to stress out about it or anything like that. But we just, like, I'm telling you, when you have things in place, I built the first year and a half pretty hardcore on events, like in person. I did Facebook ones, but I love to do in person ones because I just think they're just the cream of the crop as far as getting people to actually like make a move and order. Um, but whatever you want to do, but just thinking about August and what that looks like, because now's the time to like 10 times our excitement, like I said today in the live, because what we do now is compounding into November. And I want to like hone in on November a little bit because I know we've shared about it before, but I want you to take your biggest income with Crunchy and I want you to triple it. And there's no guarantee, but that is what you can expect ish, I feel, in November. Okay. But your income now isn't necessarily going to be what it is. Like what could your income be in 3 months in October, right? It could be even more, right? So my point in saying all of this is like really developing a system and a strategy for yourself and your business is going to just, I can't even tell you what November is going to be like. Like it's absolutely amazing. Last month was amazing because we had sales. Like I would like to see Crunchy have more sales if I'm being honest. I don't know that they will, but I think sales are just so much of being able to present to people and to break things down and to show this is how you can save or this is how, like, whatever. Anyway, my point is that November is just insane and you guys are building a solid client base. You guys are building clients right now. You're in the midst of building like loyal clients that want the products and they freak out when they're going to get them at an unreasonably low, like half off ish price. Okay. So just thinking about all of those things and breaking it down into daily stuff so that then you can think about your weekly, And I would love to know like what you guys are doing. And I think it would be great if you guys shared amongst yourselves what you're doing. And I could create a system for you. And I could say, okay, here's this. I've done it. Here's this tracker. There's a million things on here for you to do if you are like drawing straws at what you should do to build your business today. You shouldn't be drawing straws though. You should be just leaning in and having conversations and keeping it simple but consistent. But anyways, my point is I could create a system for you, but everybody's different and everybody thrives on different things. And so if you do need something and you're struggling to create that, or you don't know what that looks like for yourself, please reach out. But I just wanted to share that because I think when you really start thinking about, okay, where am I wasting time? I know I waste time, like I think we all do, on different things, right? So when am I wasting time, and when can I start being more intentional and utilize my time better? And then I don't want you guys to forget about sharing the opportunity. This is how you're going to build that ripple effect. This is how you're going to build that long-standing foundation for your team, for your future team, like the solid TV that is just amazing to have as you continue to build your business. So I definitely would be continuing to, and here's really the system that I use for that. Okay. You get product in people's hands. Then once they love it, guess what? You present them with the opportunity. It's really simple. It's basically like it's basically like they're going to take their product use to the next level, and you're going to offer them the higher ticket option, right, which is like enrolling as an advocate so that they could create an income or get a discount or whatever it is that they want. And I think sometimes we think, oh, they're not going to want to, or I don't know, like it's weird, I don't know. So if you struggle with that, I'd love to know, because I'd love to help you break that down. But the more product we get in people's hands, right, the more people fall in love with it, aka the more people want to enroll and be a part of this, to share this. And I think that when we can really paint the picture for people of what this is and how it's different and how it stands out, which is exactly what I always do when I'm sharing, it can really just kind of intrigue them to potentially think about this as an opportunity, especially if they've never ever done an opportunity, or if they already have done an opportunity. um okay, Sam, that's totally fine. Yes. Yes, wasting time on reels. I feel you. I feel you there. I'm pretty good most of the time anymore. I've had to like really just, like, when I get on there, it's like I'm doing my stuff. I might watch a few stories of people that I like to watch. Otherwise I'm just kind of like get on there, do what I need to do, and try to not scroll, but I fall in that category too. Um Okay. So do you guys, I'll read through some of these comments here in a second. Do you guys have anything that you want to share? Do you have any ideas? I would like to see a workshop in August done with our team again. I think that would be fantastic. This month is just not going to happen. It's not on my radar at all this month, just because of just the timing and just retreat and how it falls. I would like to do something in August, and I would love to, like, if you guys have ideas on like how the workshop, I'm all open, like, because again, I don't recreate the wheel a lot, and I'm fine to add new things, to do something different. If you guys are like, what if we did this and whatever, like created a little bit of a different spin on the workshop that we've been doing, I would be totally open to that. I think that would be cool. A battle of the hostess group event, but we haven't put it together. Don't even really know what that really would entail, but it sounds interesting.
So the ones I've seen before, it's like we do with the regular workshops. Um, you get a couple different hostesses in there, and then whichever hostess ends up like either inviting the most people or having the most people interact, or the most orders, or however you want to set it up, that hostess also wins something, in addition to whoever comments each day. So like it puts more on the hostess to let them do some of the work to get people interacting, to get those sales, and to get them inviting people.
I like that. That sounds fun. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. You guys, I love it. Run with it and see maybe how it goes. And then you can share with us and let us know how it went. If you and your team want to do that, I think it sounds really cool. I mean, I do. I think it's like it just stinks because some hostesses are just like really driven and they want to get orders, and then other ones are just like, eh. And you don't know sometimes how they're gonna be like when you ask them to do it because you just don't know sometimes. It can be frustrating, I know. Um, but I do like the team event. I like that. So I'd love to like do that. And then if there's something else, like I said, if there's another thing that you guys are thinking that you would like to see within our team. I mean, we have some like I already shared this today in the live, but you guys saw we like covered the board for Sisters in Beauty. Just saying. Like our team covered the board for all of the recognition, which is just amazing. Like we have the most incredible team to do so much together. And I know there's so much like vision and so much just, I don't know, so much just fire and excitement on this team. So I'd love any kind of ideas or anything that you guys have because I just run out of ideas. It's like I try to kind of ask like what other people are doing, but a lot of teams, to be honest, I feel like sometimes a lot of girls do events. A lot of them do like the breast cancer, the BCPP in October is coming up, the breast cancer prevention partners, which Crunchy always does a thing like a donation to that foundation for people spending so much. And so you can actually get hooked up with BCPP and like promote your own like breast cancer prevention, which is really cool, and do like an event. Like Heather Shire's doing I saw her talking about it the other day and I don't know a ton about it, but she's doing like a marathon, not a full on marathon, but some kind of a marathon thing that or 5K or 10K or I don't know what it is, but she's hooked in with them, which is really cool because then it's like she's donating. I don't know how it works, but there's so many different things you can do, and I try to keep up with like, okay, what's everybody doing or what are other leaders doing as far as events go, to where like we can spice it up, because I know Crunchy is like wanting to do like a pop-up. They're wanting to like call events pop-ups and things and change it a little bit and kind of revamp how that works, which is okay. Yeah, that's a good question. So here's the thing about the $25 gift card. This is my suggestion moving forward. Because you know how people are and they can drag their feet. So I make it known to my if it was my customer and they had won the $25 gift card, I would tell them that they have to order by the time that the event closes. Meaning when we do like the last call and we say like last call, whatever, they need to order by that night, or they or we're going to have to pass the gift card on to somebody else. And maybe that's harsh, but it's like, what are we doing? Like what are we doing? This the point, like you want a gift card, like it just so just be, and most of the time that's not going to happen. Most of the time obviously the people are going to like use it within the next day or two, but it just goes to show you that you have that it's important. What I've learned is it's important to be transparent with them and to be very direct, because it's kind of like when I do the 5 half off items. I am like, I don't care if I don't need to close this event until for 30 more days. If I have a full link and I pick a winner today, they're closing it today. I mean, okay, I've made exceptions. Like if someone's like, I get paid Wednesday, I'm like, okay, no problem. Like I would be happy to wait for you. No big deal. But I'm just saying, if you don't say those things, people just drag their feet. So with that, I just don't know. I would just, I mean, you could even just ask her flat out, like, when are you wanting to use your gift card? Like just to kind of put it out there, like instead of just, I mean, there's been a sale and I know you followed up. And so it's almost just like at this point, like, when are you going to use, like, when are you wanting to use your gift card? I just want to check in, like, when were you wanting to use it? Um, and just, it's just a lesson, to be learned. It's trial and error on all things. And I feel like I've kind of done it all and I've been burned. And so that's why I'm just very direct about it. But just hang in there, keep following up with her, and maybe just try that and ask her when, because not that that matters, because I don't know if that's gonna really matter, because people say and do different things. But yeah, I mean, you could use it expires kind of thing, I guess. I mean, I guess you could.
So I sent it to her on June 21st. So I guess I could say like you've had 30 days because she hasn't ordered anything like ever. And
Yeah,
so I kept pushing like during the sale. I'm like, listen, you have your $25 gift card and you have $10 off items that are already on sale.
right.
And like the one time she was like, oh, I'm at a doctor's appointment. So then I messaged or I like liked the message later in the evening as like a reminder. And I mean, that's like the third time I've said something to her
I think that's
about,
right. Yeah, because it's like you're getting $35 off essentially. And then we tried to get you in on you tried to get her in on the sale and it's like it's not working. So I would maybe try that. Maybe just say something like, it's getting really close to your gift card being 30 days out. I just don't want you to miss out. I wanted you to be able to utilize your gift card. If you're not wanting to utilize the gift card, I would be happy to pass it on to somebody because I know so many of my customers would be able to utilize this gift card. Like, I don't know, is that rude? I don't think it is because it's like we gifted you this gift card because of your participation. I'm assuming that's how she got it, right? So I mean, you obviously wanted a gift card because you participate. I don't know. It's just but I don't know. I think it's okay to be honest with her and just say kind of almost like if you don't want to use it, I totally understand because maybe she just doesn't have the money. I don't know. I mean, I know it's $25 and whatever, but maybe she just doesn't. So okay, and that's a good idea. So Ashley says she doesn't share the gift card code until the cart is ready to go. I really like that. That's really smart. That's tricky. Because I typically will, since I typically like I shouldn't say I typically run the events because you guys have ran them too, and Ashley, you've ran them for our team. But when I've ran them and I've chose the winner, I've also obviously purchased the gift card in which I have all the codes. And then it's like I'm talking to I'm talking to one of y'all's people and then someone else's. And so it just gets kind of hairy and I'm trying to contact them and I just pretty much usually shoot over the code. So um that's a good idea. I think it's all in the verbiage moving forward with that gift card challenge. I think it's all in the verbiage, honestly. So that's a good question. Try that though. Try the whole 30-day thing and then try just telling her like, if you're not wanting to utilize the gift card, I would love to be able to pass this on to somebody who like one of my customers who would be able to utilize this or the next like I don't know, unless you think that sounds like rude. I don't know. Yeah, I can't wait to hear what you snag. You have until 8 p.m. before it expires. I mean, it's just like you snooze or lose. I don't know. It's kind of like you just have to put it out there for people because they don't understand. They're not on the same like timeline as us because this isn't their business. And so they're just like out here like, woohoo, like I want a gift card and I'll use it when I feel like it. And right now I just don't feel like it. So I'm not going to make it a priority. Um, Yeah, for sure. I like that. So that's another way to do it moving forward. Let me know though, Caitlin, how that goes, and hopefully she will maybe decide to do it. I mean, it's just kind of like common courtesy. It's like you've had this thing for 30 days, like just use it. I don't know. Um, okay, anything else that you guys like comments, questions, things on your heart, on your mind, challenges, anything that you want to address while we're on here together? I don't have anything else for you guys. But if you have brainstorm ideas about retreat, um, I would love to hear them if you guys, I'm sorry, brainstorm ideas about our workshop. I would love to hear about those because I'm just kind of like out of ideas on that, but I would love to hear what you guys have. Thank you, Caitlin. You're so sweet. I appreciate you. But I think it's going good. This month is just a hair slow. I'm sure I don't know, maybe you guys don't feel that, but it's a hair slow. Just gauging numbers and you'll have that after a huge sale month, after a month where we've just had a bunch of sales and it was just an incredible month for our team. And people traveling, yes, it's just July is kind of I feel like it's a heavy month for vacations. And so you kind of just it's a good sometimes I will think about like, that feeling that you get when you feel like nobody's buying, or I'm not having very many sales, or I haven't had a sale in the last like 4 to 5 days, or whatever it is that you're feeling that you gauge your success on. Um, put that energy. I'm telling you what's interesting about, I've learned this like over and over and over again, because when we obsess and we stress about what's not happening, we give no energy into things that can happen. And so if you will convert that energy into content. So, okay, right now I feel like people are traveling. I like, this is how I feel. I have exhausted my current client base. They I feel like everybody and their dog almost bought for me last month. Even down to the wire where it was like the last hour and people are buying because of the sale. So yes, I have a ton of more people I could reach out to. I could continuously try to find new people, all of that. But my point is that you could take some of that energy, and instead of thinking like, I need a sale, I need a sale, I need a sale, turn that into like, I'm going to create some content. And maybe you're going to think about, like, you can run stuff, you guys, within your communities. Like if you want to switch it up and you're like, okay, I'm running a 5-day swap, detox your products, informational 5-day, whatever you want to call it, in your group. Okay. I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there. This isn't something you have to do, but remember, you can run kind of events within your group. You know what I'm saying? So if you kind of want to say like, um, into the summer, like, I don't know, you want to call it whatever, you can literally just do whatever you want and create that. You already have this community of women, right? So you could like create this spin, and maybe it's not all about crunchy, because to want, we want them to want information from us, right? And to seek us out. Like I have a lot of people that will seek me out and say, Tabitha, what should I get for this? And what should I use for this? And do you have a healthy, non-toxic swap for this? Because I've shared about this for a long time now. And so people will come to me, even though it's not even my brand. But my point is, you can share something like that in your group and create almost an event that way. So what I'm saying is put energy into other things, because when I've noticed when I take a step back from one, like where I'm like, why am I not getting an order? And I've shared and I've had conversations and people aren't biting and whatever. Um, you'll put your focus on something else and you'll get a couple orders, and you can put your energy then on something else and just watch that build in the meantime. um I love that you guys, in-person events, I'm just saying, it's so good. They're so good. They're really my favorite. I feel like I need to try a little harder to get some for myself set up. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I know, it's literally just taking what we're already doing and sometimes just putting a fun spin on it and just recreating. It makes me think of the girl that, this is totally off the subject, but I'm just going to share this because I just think it's incredible. This girl that I like bought my course, that I like enrolled, whatever, purchased and did the course with, and went to her house. So she branded, okay, so there was this company, she had built her Instagram to 1 million followers. Okay. This company wanted, this pain patch company wanted to buy her out, wanted to utilize her platform. Have I already told you guys this? Okay. They wanted to utilize her platform, buy her platform, because then they had 1 million people, okay, that's going to like look into this pain patch. But what she did is she rebranded this pain patch into a like PMS, like period for women, like patch. Okay. They did nothing. You might know, some of you guys might follow this, or you might know this, but, or have seen this, but she literally turned it into a purple patch, did nothing with, nothing changes with the ingredients. Okay. Just turn it into a purple patch, marketed it to women with PMS, cramps, whatever you want to call it, symptoms, and made, I think, like a million, sold it to that company, her platform, and she started her own Instagram again and like restarted it, and made, I think, 1 million or $4 million in the first like day. So ridiculous. So it's insane, like what she did. Basically, my point in saying that is just how it's so cool how we can take what we're already doing and just like create a different perspective for people around it. That's all it is. It's like over and over again, just like trying a new spin on it. Same product, same stuff, same same thing. Like, we're not going anywhere, right? But it's just in how we can sometimes market it and change it and shift it so that people are like, okay. Because if I talk about golden light every single time, the same exact way every single time, I mean, it's still really good. So, I mean, that's a hard one, but like maybe a different product that doesn't give us as like astounding results. If I talk about it in the same way, but I don't talk or like the let's say the advanced line, I don't ever market it for people with rosacea, I would be doing myself a disservice, right? So I think it's thinking about the person on the other end and what they need, what they might be needing. Maybe it's somebody you're talking to and they've never used a stitch of skincare and they're starting to see it on their skin and on their face. Maybe it's someone who's been very regular with skincare, but is starting to feel like their current line is just not that great. Um, maybe you're going to talk to that person today. Um, I don't know, just there's so many people that we can like talk to and think about if we just break it down for them. All right. That was kind of a far-fetched story for that, but hey, I just wanted to share it because I think it's really freaking cool. Okay, does anybody have anything else? If not, I'll let you guys go. Thank you for being here. I'm so appreciative of all of you. And please reach out if you need anything. I'll be going live again tomorrow morning to share kind of the next piece of just like kind of funneling people, the connection, the deepening the connection, and then turning, like closing sales with people. That's the focus on the video tomorrow. Okay, I leave Saturday morning super early. So like it's kind of funny. I think my flight leaves at 5. So super early. I'm gonna probably hate that decision, but it was just the best bang for my buck, and then being able just the nonstop flight. So I leave Saturday morning and I get there by like 8 a.m. So then actually Saturday night is the night that I get to go ride on the boat that I earned with the co-founders and the corporate and the other girls that earned the top 5. So I'm excited about that. That'll be really fun. And I booked a spa appointment when I get there. So it's kind of like a post birthday treat because my birthday's Friday. So I'm like, I'm getting a scalp massage, which I don't think I've ever had a full on like scalp. I'm getting a hot stone massage and a scalp added on a scalp massage. So we'll see. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm really excited about the spa. When we scoped it out last year, it's a holistic, it's actually called like Tammy. Her name's Tammy something. Lisa Davis was like, oh, I love Tammy. And I'm like, who is Tammy? But anyway, Tammy, it's her spa and it's in this like bougie hotel that they have. And it's like a holistic spa and I've never been to one. And so I'm just excited to see like what they do and like how it's different and like utilize the spa services. I'm so excited. So anyway, I haven't had a massage forever. So yes, you guys are going to join next year. I'm so excited. Hopefully we should know too. We should know. I think we should know. Yeah, where the retreat is. No, I don't know for sure. I don't know. I don't know when we'll know, but we found out in January when this one was. So maybe we won't know until January. But anyway, I'm sure it'll be in that area ish is my guess. So yeah, it typically is. I feel like when they first launch it, I want to say when they first launch it, it's like 199. Am I wrong about that? When they first said like here's the tickets, get it now, whatever. I want to say it was $199 is what I paid. And then okay. So that's why I'm like don't wait, you guys. When they announce retreat for next year, just buy the ticket. And I know it's hard sometimes in like making it work can I make this work or can I go? But just like you're never going to regret making time and making the commitment to go and spend time with your team and just like deepen like your connection with Crunchy and just the mission and all the things. So I just say like as soon as they come out, just commit to it and just make it happen because you'll be so glad you did. It'll change your business. So all right, you guys have a good night. I'm going to go watch an episode of Suits because I'm hooked and I'm like, it's going to be my nightly routine now. I'm going to watch one episode. So I'm going to have to see if my husband will watch an episode with me. But all right, you guys, good night. And I will talk to you soon. I'll get this recording posted. Bye.